Welcome to this edition of Week in Review. As we promised, today we're going to walk down memory lane with Roland Zimmermann. But first I want to ask Ganem about the history of the Loma Linda Broadcasting Network, and you're going to see how that ties to Dr. Zimmermann. And Ganem, being the founder of LLBN, how did this begin?
Well, Marlon, it's really all interesting. I would have not been in the church if it wasn't for Roland Zimmermann, and this is how it started. Dr. Zimmermann was the chairman of the media ministries at Loma Linda University Church, and I worked for the medical center, and he kept working hard on recruiting me to volunteer time with media ministries, and it took him forever and ever before he persuaded me, along with others, to get involved in University Church media. And after years with Loma Linda University Church Media Group, the LLBN concept was developed, and I helped found the Loma Linda Broadcasting through the legal process. And then had you, actually before your time, I had Gary Schiller and a gentleman named Liviu Imbir, and it was just us establishing the groundwork for the ministry. And then many other volunteers from the church started joining us. And as Dr. Zimmermann, what's the word I'm looking for, brought me into the church after LLBN got off the ground and start running legally, when I say legally, with all the nonprofit status established, I invited him to be on the board. So he brought me in the church, I brought him into LLBN, but has he not brought me in the church, I would have never been part of LLBN. I would have never been back into the church, because I left the church for way too many years, and it took Roland's persuasion to bring me back into the church. So much gratitude and credit goes to Roland for bringing me back into the Lord's work. And it's a really big story in my life, because Dr. Zimmermann, it really speaks a lot about his character. He wanted to bring in people, give them opportunities to be involved in supporting the mission, and he gave equal opportunities for folks to come in and to give their time and energy, and he invested in us. And that's something I appreciate about him. I would have been lost still in a dark world have I not returned to the church.
It's interesting, he trusted you even though you went in the church at that time.
Yes, he trusted me, and I think he was aware of my lifestyle, and he, regardless of all that, he acted in Christ-like with big open arms. And really, we struck a very dear friendship. He made himself pretty much like a colleague, a brother, wore many hats with me. Really enjoyed that relationship. And through him, I got to meet Dr. Tom Zirkle. Dr. Tom Zirkle was also heavily involved in media ministries. And then through them, I got to meet Dr. Lovelace. So you see, all these pillars and pioneers are the results, and many others, Dr. Taylor and so many others, were instrumental in shaping my life to be involved in the church. And a big lesson to be taught here. Sometimes it takes God's work to be involved with in order to stay close to him. And I'm one of those side products. If it wasn't for the work that I needed to get involved with, I don't think I could have clinged to a church. Now I understand the value of the church, thanks to Roland Zimmermann for helping me rebuild my foundation in the church. And again, that big thank you goes to many who are dear to us, who are no longer on this earth, at least not living. And it's a great story. Dr. Zimmermann had a great vision, and he established the media ministry. And really, that planted the seed in our minds that, oh, well, what can we go further and create a broadcast entity? So it's a great story. I can go on, and I think sometime we will pick more time to talk about the pioneers of faith within our community that helped us all in one way or another.
So he was a part of the beginning board, along with Carolyn Thompson and Sherry Kirk and some others that you mentioned. And they are precious to the ministry. They all served in a particular capacity that the Lord put in our path to take advantage of their talents individually. And that, like the Bible says, the body is made up of many parts.
That's correct.
And so there was a lot of fingers in there, and they were coordinated by our founder. And I want to thank you, for sacrificing all your free time and your family life to get this ministry started and off the ground.
Well, Marlon, two things real quick, and it matters to share this with the viewers. The ministry, through Jesus, the ministry gave me life. It brought me back. It balanced my life. And just because I rolled, the dice, for lack of better words, I was the first to roll it, it doesn't make me the only founder. We're all co-founders in this, because the years of time you put in it, Hannah, what she has done, Gary Schiller, Bernard Taylor, Dr. Zirkle, and the list goes on, and particularly, and so Dr. Zimmermann. So we're all co-founders. Just because I took the first step in this ministry, they have taken many other first steps. But together we're all principals and elements and co-founders of this ministry, hundreds of us combined making this ministry, including the donors who continue to support this ministry, really makes them co-partners with us, co-founders of this ministry.
Well, thank you, Ganem. We have a series of videos that we want to share about you, about the life of Roland. Thanks to the Alumni Center for providing this video of Roland as we walk with him down memory lane.
Science was the first love of our next honoree. But while pursuing a graduate degree in physics, medicine caught his eye, and he says he decided to give it a try. After medical school and 2 years in the U.S. Navy, he became one of the first radiation oncology residents at Loma Linda. He then completed a cancer fellowship at Stanford University and the University of Florida. During his career, our honoree practiced radiation oncology in San Bernardino and Redlands. He also served as director of a large hospice service, developed tumor boards and registries at several area hospitals, and designed radiation therapy facilities. Interested in mental health issues, he is proud to have been a member and chair of the San Bernardino Mental Health Advisory Committee for 10 years. Mental health issues are just as devastating as cancer, but tend to be ignored, he says. In 2014, he also served a term as president of the Alumni Association. Also known for his involvement in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, our honoree installed television equipment at the University Church in 1980, the Loma Linda Broadcasting Network. He has served in various church leadership roles and remains an active member. Now retired and living in Redlands with his wife Melba, he again enjoys scientific pursuits like radiometric dating and physical biochemistry. Reflecting on his medical career, he says he'd do it all again the same way. From the 50th anniversary class of 1966, Dr. Roland C. Zimmermann.
Well, that's wonderful. All I can say about this video is it would be really great to see Roland right here at the desk. But we know that we're going to see him very shortly in the clouds of glory. When Jesus comes, we'll all be together at that moment. Any final thoughts, Ganem?
Marlon, yes, Dr. Zimmermann made us brothers to him. He became a brother to us. But I tell you, the spirit that dwelled into that man, and you and I have talked a lot about that, the spirit that dwelled in him was certainly the spirit of Christ, because he was so kind, so forgiving, and so tolerant, and very gentle in all aspects of his involvement. That is a unique quality.
And we just want to acknowledge Melba for her stellar support of Roland during these difficult times. You know, we think about Roland, but the wives are usually in the background. So we know what suffering you went through, and we really admire you for your love for Roland. Thank you very much. You know, Roland was with us on the board till the very end. Well, let's see what you have to say in your cards and letter. Hannah's got quite a few of them to share with you. Hannah?
I do. And again, I want to thank all of you, those of you who've written, for sending in your letters and cards and your words of encouragement to our ministry. This note here comes from Sarah McNeilius in Knoxville, Tennessee. And Sarah writes, "Dear TV friends, this little note is to express my appreciation for your programs that frequently usher in the Sabbath for me. I am 91 years young, live alone, and love your choice of hymns." She offers some suggestions, which we really appreciate. We'll make sure to pass those on to the various program hosts. And thank you for writing, Sarah. I really appreciate you taking the time to send that to us. This one here comes from Esther in Ayala in Loma Linda. And Esther writes, "Dear staff and volunteers, greetings to each one of you and my gratitude for all you do at LLBN as faithful instruments of love and dedication to such a noble cause. May the Lord continue to guide and bless you all in this sacred ministry. I hope you all enjoy a very happy Thanksgiving. Gratefully, Esther." Well, Esther, happy Thanksgiving to you as well, and thank you for your prayers and for your words of encouragement. This note here comes from Jay Peterson, and Jay writes, "Dear LLBN folks, just a small gift of thanks to you for your love for God and for sharing it. I love all the programs, especially Excavating the Bible, which adds to my enjoyment and understanding of my reading. I love singing along with the gathering place. God bless, Jay Peterson." And this note here comes with a gift, and it says, "This gift is made in honor of Marlon, Ganem, and all the faithful people who by God's grace keep God's message on the airwaves around the world. Jesus is coming soon. Please pray for the church, our schools and institutions, and all who keep them running. God bless. Pearl McDonald, Loma Linda."
Marlon, is that name any relation to you?
Thanks, Mom. We really appreciate your prayers and
Absolutely.
and your gift too. Thank you very much. It's very kind.
Thank you.
Well, at Ganem, we have a special to end all specials coming up just after Thanksgiving. Tell us about it a little bit.
Well, we have a wonderful program, The Gift of Christ, coming your way, a week special here on LLBN. Hannah has more of the details about that, but it's a 6 nights special, 1 hour long, live every day from 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to cover a lot of topics from the ultimate plan that was developed in heaven before the fall of Adam, all the way to Christ's birth, death, resurrection, and the second coming.
That's right. And we're blessed to have Dr. David Taylor guiding us in those presentations, along with musician, singer, vocalist Vonda Bierman, who will be blessing us with some great Christmas music. This series will run November 28th to December the 3rd, from Monday through Sabbath. It's every evening, as Ganem says, 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific time.
And we're going to have some more details as they come up, but we just have a few seconds left for Hannah to tell us about the upcoming Christian Connections.
This past Tuesday, we were blessed to have Rod and Mary Cassidy share their testimony with us. This coming Tuesday, we have Pastor Miguel Mendez and Jose Quinteros and Mike Klein as our guests.
I'm looking forward to this program. You
It's
just
going to be a
named
great program.
some very special names I'm looking forward to meet and chat with.
Exciting weeks ahead. Stay tuned for more right here on LLBN.